Every month on YouTube, somebody says VBA is dead. That's not the whole story. You know, the Excel automation landscape is already crowded with AI tools, Office script, VBA. So what should you learn and what can you safely ignore? Today, I'll walk you through the Excel Consultant Automation Toolkit, telling you the whole story and discussing each tool from AI all the way back to VBA. So first up is Copilot, which became available in Excel around 2023. Now, for me, Copilot is amazing as a vocabulary builder. Yes, anything you can describe in English or in your native language, it will translate into code, into VBA or Office script. And certainly, as far as VBA is concerned, Copilot for me replaces the macro recorder. I do have some frustrations with Copilot, however, I find it won't take the next step and actually put things into Excel for you. I find I'm always copying bits from Copilot into Excel, and that higher level skill of bringing everything together, bringing all those bits of code together, you've really got to do that yourself, and that's a real high level skill. So I think with Copilot, you can quickly get out of your depth. Yet, yes, Copilot is never going to tell you to stop. So my take on Copilot, it's a great replacement for the macro recorder, incredibly effective in that regard, but still a bit risky. You've got to bring your own knowledge of overall application design and overall coding structures to get it to work for you. Next in the story is Office script, which became available in Excel around 2020. Now, the big advantage with Office script is it works in the cloud. Yes, on SharePoint, Excel online files, Office script is going to do the job. And although it's a coding language, it will be familiar to many because it's TypeScript based, which it holds in common with many other coding languages. Now, it's good for simple automations within a single Excel file. And this is the key point for me with Office script. The scope of Office script is a single Excel file. So this single file scope for me is quite a serious drawback because it precludes seriously powerful automations with Office script. And the other thing is Office script is a coding language just like VBA. So even with AI support, you're going to have to get into that code editor and get stuck into the code to get Office script doing something useful for you. So the consultant take on Office script, well, use it for simple automations within a single Excel file, but to do anything more powerful, you're going to have to combine Office script with our next tool. Next up is Power Automate, which became available around 2016. Now, Power Automate 2 is cloud-based, so it's great for those remote collaborative working situations, and you can schedule processes to trigger at a particular time. You don't have to trigger them manually. It also works across multiple apps and programs. So all of the programs in the Office suite, including Excel and many, many more, you can access via Power Automate. So yes, very powerful automations are possible. Finally, it comes with a pretty cool and user-friendly graphical interface. So even professionals should be able to get Power Automate working. I mean, it's not aimed specifically at programmers, so fairly accessible. So generally, I've been really impressed with Power Automate. Our company uses Power Automate on projects all the time, but there are a few drawbacks. Firstly, you're going to pay for it because Power Automate isn't usually available in your standard Office package. And secondly, if you're working with Excel files online, and if you're watching this channel, you probably are, Power Automate isn't good at transferring data between Excel files. That's something we're doing on projects all the time. The built-in functions are very slow. So if you've got more than a few hundred rows, you're going to have to integrate Office script to do the data transfer efficiently. That's a really technical thing. That's a technical thing to have to do, but you have to find a way to do it if you want to get Power Automate working for you. So my take on Power Automate is generally very positive. Super powerful online automations are possible, but if you're working with Excel files, things can get technical. So next in the story is Power Query, which became available around 2013. Now, Power Query is great if you're working on desktop and you want to get data into a single file. Yes, you've got multiple Excel files, you want to bring the data together. Power Query is great for this. And it won't just collate the data for you. You can also do operations on that data. You can cleanse the data, filter out results, as we did in the last video right here on the channel. Now, you can also do calculations and add columns, but I find the M language that Power Query uses quite complicated for this kind of thing. On the downside for me, Power Query just isn't very slick. Yes, when you open a file that has a query in, you're going to get that data links to other files notification. And I find sometimes the data doesn't pull through first time. And if you have more sophisticated calculations, they can take a while. So it just doesn't feel very sharp using Power Query. And also it only works in a very limited way in the cloud environment. So the consultant take here is that Power Query is useful for that specific application, collating data from multiple files on the desktop. But the truth is, if I had to do that in a real world project, I wouldn't use Power Query at all. I'd use another tool that's coming later. Next up is VBA, which became available in Excel around 1993. And full disclosure here, I am a big fan of VBA because of its unrivaled automation power. Yes, assuming you're working on desktop, and I admit that's a big assumption these days, it's the most powerful tool. Anything you can describe and conceptualize in your own mind, you can translate into VBA. That process is even smoother these days with AI support, and the speed, the premium feel is a real powerful thing with VBA. When you compare it to Power Automate, it's just so much faster and smoother at transferring data between files. And these features mean VBA is still, even today, deeply embedded in the business landscape. So what are the downsides of VBA? Well, most obviously, you have to really be working on desktop. Yes, some SharePoint sites will allow you to open Excel in the app, and that will allow you to access VBA. That's an extra step that a lot of people don't want to take. So not really supported online. Secondly, it's a programming language. So yes, even with AI support, which does really help, you're going to have to get into the code editor and do some editing in there. And the Visual Basic Editor doesn't have a reputation as a super user-friendly coding environment, although I personally really like it. But despite these drawbacks, my take on Excel VBA is it's still deeply embedded in the business landscape because of this unique power it has to do Excel automations. I'm talking to managers every day in my capacity with my business about Excel VBA. It's still very much a feature of the business language. So you would be foolish, in my opinion, to not include it in your toolkit for automation in specific situations. So we've been through the whole timeline of Excel automation, but who is the hero of this story? Is it AI, which with its amazing ability to generate formulae and code for us? Is it Power Automate with its ability to generate these cool automated online processes? Is it good old VBA with its unrivaled desktop automation power? Well, I'm not sure it's any of those, because what's missing? What's missing from this story? What's missing is the person who can bring these all together into a coherent toolkit, appreciate which one is best for which job, and do more than that, interpret it all for people out there, managers who are struggling with all of this stuff. That, for me, if that person is watching, that person is the hero of this story. And that, for me, is Excel success. So today we've learned the Excel Consultant Automation Toolkit, and we've tracked the progression of Excel automation tools over the years. If you're following the year of your Excel success, don't forget to subscribe, and don't miss this video, which is about how consultants structure Excel files.